A beautiful day, but I think we'll take the Hellcat today because we're going to need to talk. So you may have noticed there haven't been any helicopter vlogs in the last couple weeks. In fact, a few of you have actually made comments about it, asking what happened. Some people even accused me of being a quitter because it was too hard or whatever ridiculous reason you had for me quitting. But so you're right, I haven't done a helicopter flight training video in a while. I haven't actually flown a helicopter in a while, and today I'm going to tell you why that is and why I probably won't be flying a helicopter for several months.
3, 2, 1, flight off.
Awesome. I love the Hellcat. I just love it. It's a fun little SUV. Just haven't broken in yet, so I haven't really gotten on it. I love that supercharger whine. Okay, so it's been a while. It's been a few weeks since I've done the helicopter vlog, and part of that was by design. I had to go out to Eglin to fly the T-38 for 2 weeks, so I knew that was going to happen. I knew I was going to be gone, so that was kind of, no big deal. But even before that trip, I had stopped because of maintenance. And if you remember, the first time I stopped flying, there was a lot of drama involved. Lester had been involved in a mishap. He couldn't instruct. The guy that was replacing him was, just an idiot. And that helicopter was just shoddy. And we had issues with airspeed indicators and stuff. So we started with the R44, realizing that it was going to take me a lot longer to finish. You have to get 20 hours of dual due to SFAR 73, even though I already had 20 hours in the R22. None of that time counted. So I knew it was going to take a little bit longer, but I was getting a pretty good deal on the rental rate, and it was convenient. I didn't have to go to Texas to do the GI Bill, because the thing about Texas, I could use the GI Bill, go straight to commercial, but the problem with that was how long it was going to take to finish, because it was just a, to have to go sit in a hotel for 3 weeks, find a place for the dogs, all that stuff. It just wasn't convenient. And going back to this R44, even though it cost a little bit more, was convenient. I could continue working on the channel, I could continue working on projects, and just drive down there, fly once or twice, and then drive back, be home every night. It was a better deal, and plus, I hate staying in hotels anyway. So if you notice though, right from the get-go, it was hovering at, in fact, some people even made comments. The helicopter was hovering at damn near redline, and a lot of people even made comments in the comment section, like, why is it taking so much power? And I even noticed, because if you noticed a couple times, Lester saying no more power.
Actually, Echo, clear the option, 6010.
More power, just kind of use what Mother Nature gives you. Say you're redlining.
Yeah.
And it was 50 something degrees, sometimes in the 40s. 2 people, sometimes full fuel, but sometimes half fuel. And it was just taking too much power to hover. And I commented on it a couple times. A guy came out and looked at it, said, look, this is a brand new engine. They had just overhauled it because I guess it had an overspeed. So I think the engine had like 80 hours on it or something like that. It didn't have a whole lot of time on it. So it was like, what was baffling, right? What's going on? So they had a guy come out and look at it, and they said, nah, it's fine. Nothing's wrong with it. Almost the same story as the R22, which now you're saying, Mover, why did you keep sticking with these guys? And I guess it's because of the convenience and the cost, because it was just an easier thing. So we flew it again, high hover power settings, and it's like, dude, we got to get this fixed. So they had a mechanic come out, and the theme is they keep finding these incompetent mechanics. I don't know what else to say about that. But he went out and looked at it and said, yep, you know, I can't find anything wrong with it. Oh, no, he said, hey, it's injectors. They said it's a clogged injector. They need to fly it out to their maintenance facility, and they'll replace the injector. So they did that, and it checked out okay, or at least that's what they said. First flight back, I'm hovering, I'm going, dude, it's still hovering at 26 inches. What are we doing? Flew it a couple more times, you know, and which is bad on me. Again, you know, I keep allowing these things, right? You know, it happens, and instead of going, nope, get this fixed, I'm not flying it again, I'll, you know, keep pushing along because Lester's comfortable with it. So they, we flew a couple more times, and then it had a check ride, and the examiner even commented, he goes, dude, this thing is hovering way high power setting, you need to get this fixed. And then I flew it the next time, and finally, you know, after, you know, they said it had been fixed and stuff, I'm like, look, dude, I'm not flying this thing until it's fixed. I'm done. You know, this is it. And so it went down for maintenance. They had the mechanics come out, and they said, we can't identify the problem. We're going to have to take it to the maintenance facility. And so that was about a week of not flying. And then my 2 weeks to go fly the T-38 happened while they did it. And I was hoping it would be ready by the time I came back, because I know the guy that owns it. He's a great guy. I don't have any problems with him. I think Lester's a great dude. I think they both care about safety and about maintenance. I just think the people that they are choosing to work on these are, I mean, it's not that complicated. So they went through it, thought they had fixed it. The guy came out, did a hover check, and said, nope, it's not fixed, which they should have done the first time. They thought it was a bad cylinder, so they replaced a cylinder. They shipped one in. Wasn't the case. They thought it was a bad mag. They replaced the mag. Wasn't the case. And then they had a guy, they say he came from Robinson, come out and look at it, and they said, well, the rotor's not rigged properly, which I'm like, holy crap, how is that possible? And then I got the call today thinking, hey, you know, I'm like, hey, we're going to start flying again. And they're like, no, it's something else is wrong, because they fixed that and it's still got a problem. And so now they're shipping off the engine, the freshly overhauled engine with 80 hours on it, back to wherever. I'm not clear on where they're shipping it to, but they're shipping it to try to see, and they're saying that could be around 3 weeks, but I'm guessing probably between 4 and 6. And from my perspective, my local agency, my sheriff's office, just sold their helicopter, so there's no chance of me flying for them. So there's no real hurry for me, but more importantly, I was trying to get any helicopter training done. I wanted to have license in hand before May, because in May, again, if you guys haven't supported the Fights On Indiegogo, please do, because if that is successful, which it's looking like we will be able to at least get the flight training done, if that is successful, I'm going to start flight training in the S211s in May, and I'm not going to have any time for helicopters anymore. It's just going to be S211 stuff. And then May into June, July is kind of when we're talking about filming and pre-production stuff and all that. But so honestly, if I don't finish in April, early May, maybe June, it's probably not going to happen till August, because I just don't have time. My focus is not there. You know, if I could find another helicopter locally or had another option, yeah. If it were not Robinson, I only legally need 3 hours of check ride prep, 1 hour of night, and then 7 hours of solo. So if there were a different helicopter, non-Robinson, I could be finished in a week or two. But because it's Robinson and because of SFAR 73, I need probably 2 or 3 more weeks, and I'm going to run out of time. So you probably will not see another helicopter vlog until August at the earliest. Unless, of course, the Fights On Indiegogo is unsuccessful, in which case, yeah, maybe so. Maybe I will go back and be able to do it. But I'm kind of hoping that I'm too busy and we're successful and able to do it. So it's no drama. I mean, you know, yes, it does sound like the same song and dance as before. Yes, it's disappointing. They've got to find better people to do maintenance. I mean, I've never seen such a clown act when it comes to trying to fix something like that. I mean, I know how hard it is, general aviation, to find good mechanics and find stuff, because they're kind of just going through a checklist and, okay, if this doesn't work, and sometimes you chase gremlins and sometimes that's the way it is, but it's just disappointing. You know, I mean, I think maintenance and safety are the top 2 priorities, and we're not meeting those. So like I said, it's no hit against Lester, other than the fact that he's kind of accepted some things and let them go longer than they should have. But or the owner, you know, like I said, I think he's being pushed around, not pushed around, but I think he's kind of fallen victim to some bad maintenance folks, that are just, they don't know what they're doing. So they're just like, well, let's try this. Nope, not working. Okay, let's try this. And that's kind of uncool. But that's the update. Sorry that I don't have better news. Sorry you won't be able to follow the helicopter training unless something drastically changes between now and then. But yeah, please support Fights On and Folds of Honor. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.